so glad to have this conversation with you this morning.
Thanks for being here, Tiffany.
Thank you. So we're going to talk about your business, A Dose of Insight. And I have a ton of questions to ask you because I just started my business, HR Tailor Made.
Congratulations.
Thank you. And so I have, of course, a couple marketing questions for you. How soon after a business opens should they start to consider their marketing efforts?
Actually, they should be considering their marketing efforts as they develop their business. Your marketing strategy should be a part of your business plan. And it all kind of goes together because as you roll out your business, you should be executing your marketing strategies. If you need help with that strategy, there is a fabulous template for developing your marketing strategy on adoseofinsight.com. And it is free to download.
Oh, that's awesome. I will definitely get that from adoseofinsight.com. So what services will I need from a marketing firm initially?
Initially, you really want somebody that understands basic marketing, developing marketing strategies and marketing plans, because you have to understand your business, your marketplace, and what you need as a small business to get your brand and your product or service to the community in which you serve. So you're looking for someone that has expertise in developing that strategy. Once you have that, then you will understand what you need to actually execute. And those may or may not be the same skill sets in a firm or a consultant that you're looking to talk to.
Okay. Will I need full-scale marketing services when I first start, or should I just look for something simple or basic like social media support?
I think it really depends on your brand. And you will need that strategy and that plan because that will dictate what else you need. So if you are a small business with a physical product, for example, your budget will probably not allow you to go full scale into the marketplace with a full executable strategy. What you might want to do is start talking about your product or service on social media. That is a free channel. But what you have to remember is consistency. And you have to be in the marketplace consistently with a similar message across all of those channels. Okay. So you don't need huge budget. You don't need a lot of resources. You just need the dedication and the strategy in order to implement something consistent for your brand.
Okay. So if I were to work with a marketing company and they provided me with a marketing strategy, could I take that and then execute myself?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. But like I said before, what you really have to remember is consistency. You don't want to go out and do something one week and then people don't hear from you again for another month or another quarter. You want consistency in your message. So that means you're saying the same thing across all your channels. You are being weekly, daily with a message. And you want to establish yourself as the subject matter expert in your field.
Okay.
Or in your industry.
Okay. That's helpful. How can I obtain the marketing services that I need without spending a ton of money?
Start with a strategy.
Okay.
Start with a plan. So once you outline and identify what your goals are, that will dictate the level of resources and budget, quite frankly, that you will need to execute a marketing plan. And going back to your last question, if you get assistance developing that strategy, you have the capability of implementing those tactics yourself.
Okay.
So you may or may not need it. You may not have the time to do a consistent message, so you may need assistance with doing that as well. But once you have the strategy and the plan, you know what you need, and then you can get the resources to assist and design your budget based on that tactical plan.
So Alesha, how can a marketing firm help my small business grow?
Marketing firms help small businesses grow by helping you understand your customer, that customer journey, and really targeting messaging to speak to that customer to ensure that you are solving the problem that they have. And when they think about that problem, they think about you and your company first.
That's good. That's really good. So, what should my marketing budget be?
Very interesting question. Marketing budgets range from 2% to 20%. And I know that's a huge range. According to the United States Small Business Administration, a small business averages 6 to 7% of their gross revenue.
Okay.
That may seem a lot as a small business, but what you have to remember is when you're starting, no one knows about you, your product, or what you do. So it takes some investment in order to get that product or service in front of the people who need that product or service. So if you're not investing in that, word of mouth is only going to go so far.
Okay. So what metrics should I be tracking when it comes to my marketing, whether I do it with a marketing firm or whether I execute on the strategy myself?
Very important question, because you always want to measure what you're doing. Because if you don't know what's working and what's not working. You don't know what you need to change, what you need to tweak. So depending on your plan and your strategy, that will dictate what you measure. So you want to measure your reach. So where is your brand showing up? How many people are seeing your billboard or your advertising on television? If you're doing social media, how many impressions are you getting? What is your engagement? If you're doing direct mail, how many households are you reaching? How many people call in as a result of that direct mail piece? How many opens do you get if you're doing email campaigns? How many people are clicking through that email? So your measurements will be dictated by the tactics that are in your plan.
Wow. That's a lot to consider, but all very helpful and useful information.
Yes.
I should have called you before I decided to go out and start to do things on my own. So thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you so much for sharing this time with me today.
Absolutely. Your dose of insight was very helpful.